Hi, welcome to Strong Meridian, and today we're going to talk about the psoriasis gut-skin connection. My name is Angela. Welcome. We're going to talk a little bit about dysbiosis and psoriasis today. If you follow me over from Appleton Monthly, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's great to see you. For those of you who don't know, there is a strong connection between dysbiosis and psoriasis. So dysbiosis is simply this imbalance of good bacteria to bad bacteria. We don't have to throw fancy words at it. We can just use plain English. If you have too much bad bacteria and not enough good bacteria, you can have symptoms, and that can be heartburn, gas, bloating. You can have joint pain. You can have brain fog from this. Most usually people have diarrhea or constipation. Doesn't have to be all the time, can be intermittent. But you can be uncomfortable. It can also lead to weight gain. So those are all just little things that something's going on inside. Now, if it's progressed all the way to psoriasis, then we know we have a bigger issue to look at. And I always recommend stool testing because let's look at the root cause. Let's work at something that's actually been shown to influence psoriasis, and that's the bad bacteria. The bacteria that can live in there, but we don't want high amounts of it. And some of those strains are called staph. So a lot of us know what staph or staphylococcus is. That's very common. Clostridia, Pseudomonas, and Proteus bacteria. So those are maybe some more uncommon ones. But all of those lead to inflammation. And inflammation can then be reflected on the skin. So I think it's important for you to remember or maybe even realize that your gut is a hollow tube that starts at the mouth. So therefore we have the skin on the outside of our body, but it also turns, into our GI tract on the inside of the body. And therefore what is happening on the inside is reflected on the outside. Okay, so you do a stool test to identify these bad bacteria, but the same stool test should also offer what good bacteria you have in there. And that's important because we want to measure that good bacteria. And two types of bacteria come to mind called Akkermansia and Faecalibacterium. Now you might be more familiar with the Akkermansia because now you can get that as a probiotic. But Akkermansia is really important because it lives on the outside of this mucus layer on your gut. So we have the gut layer here. We have this nice thick mucus layer here. This is where all the good commensal bacteria live. And the Akkermansia specifically likes to live on the outside. Faecalibacterium likes to live closer to the top. And if you come back on the stool test and those are low or non-detectable, that means we don't have a lot of that mucus, or maybe in some areas not much at all. We are going to want to rebuild that mucus layer. We want to give Akkermansia and all these other beneficial good guys a place to live. So if you just take probiotics, that's usually not good enough. You got to give them a home. So we work at rebuilding that home as well. So today we talked a little bit of dysbiosis and psoriasis. Not enough good bacteria, too much bad bacteria, and that can go ahead and certainly cause symptoms of psoriasis. If you are suffering with psoriasis, or if someone you know is suffering with psoriasis and wants to take that natural approach, delve in a little bit deeper to what's actually going on in the body, feel free to reach out to me below. Thanks.